All right, court is calling 2024 CR 6361, State of Texas versus Rudy Trevino. Can I have parties announced for the record, for the state, for the defense,
Catherine Mullins.
and for the state?
Not Jason Garriman, Your Honor, Zach Dunn.
And are you Mr. Trevino?
Yes, Your Honor. Absolutely.
Counsel, have you received all the discovery?
Yes, Your Honor, there was a request for CPS records, but they do not share a child. The child was not involved, but I think there had just been a request. We have not received those, but we're okay going forward with that.
All right, the court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, did you review the document entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
We are, Your Honor.
Did you review the document entitled Court Admonishments and Defendants Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you're charged with the offense of assault family second offense? That's a third-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I do.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I do, Your Honor.
Mr. Trevino, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Absolutely.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Excuse me, Mr. Dodson, you all are talking too loud. All right. I'm sorry.
It's okay. You're good. No
Mr.
worries.
Trevino, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
According to the plea, the state is recommending deferred adjudication. They're taking in consideration 2024 CR 6362. County Court Cause Number 728-729, 728-793. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with Kiana, Kiana Richardson Boycourt, Boicourt, and there's to be restitution in the amount of $500 to the complaining witness. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to be designated as primary custodial parent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, is that the agreement?
Yes, Your Honor, it is.
State, is that the agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No such motions have been filed.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 4 years. Did you understand thus was a recommendation from the state and the court does not have to follow that recommendation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State any evidence.
Yes, Your Honor. State would offer states one and attachments.
Any objection?
No objection, Your
All
Honor.
right. And state, have you had a chance to speak with the complainant?
I've let our advocate know to reach out to them, Your Honor, yes.
All right. Did you review the document entitled Waiver and Consent to Stipulation of Testimony and Stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
My client wishes to accept responsibility and move on from this episode. He is no longer with the complainant. They have no contact with each other. There's no children between each other, so it is, that relationship is done.
All right, do you have any children?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, I do. I have a 3-year-old daughter.
All right. And how often do you see her?
24/7.
And what do you mean 24/7?
She lives with me. Just right now, she's with my mother, because I live with my parents.
And where's her mom?
Her mom, she has it like 2-3 times a week. She's here in San Antonio. She has her own apartment, so whenever she goes to work, she leaves her with my mom. And on her days off, my mom takes her to her.
All right, you have an issue with violence. So why do you keep hitting on people that you claim that you love?
I made a mistake.
No, you didn't make a mistake. You made a choice. When you put your hands on someone, it's not, oops, I mistakenly punch you in the face, or oops, I mistakenly choke you. You're making choices. So I'm trying to figure out what is your problem.
I was just very angry, and I know I shouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
I know it was wrong.
So you have your daughter. How would you like it if she's in a relationship and somebody's putting their hands on her? How would you feel about that? And for them to be saying, oh, it's a mistake. I was angry.
It would break my heart. It would hurt me. I would probably be very upset.
Uh-huh. And so that's what you're doing. You're out here in the free world, putting your hands on someone else's daughter. And children learn how to behave in a relationship based upon what they see. So if your daughter sees you being abusive to her mother, then guess what? She's going to think, well, my dad tells me he loves my mom, or my dad says he loves his girlfriend, but he's always hitting on her. So that means if I'm in a relationship with a guy, if he hits on me, that will mean that he loves me. That's what you're putting out into your daughter's universe. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you employed?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you do?
I work at Wingstop.
Work where?
Wingstop.
All right. How far did you go in school?
All the way. 12.
All right. So what are you planning on doing with the rest of your life? I mean, we do need people to make wings, but I mean, is that your dream job?
No, ma'am.
Well, what are you planning on doing with the rest of your life?
I plan on getting my CDL.
All right. 6 years deferred adjudication, no contact with Kiana Richardson, restitution of $500, proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs. I'm going to order 400 hours of community service restitution. 100 hours of those will be waived once he completes parenting classes. The other And then another 100 hours will be waived if he completes a higher level of education or obtains some sort of trade school certificate. And then he will be responsible for the remaining 200 hours. There's going to be field visits one time per month for 4 months. The BIPP course, there's an affirmative finding of family violence. Take in consideration 2024 CR 6362, County Court Cause number 728, 729, 728, 793. And there's to be no unsupervised contact with minors, and that includes your child, until completion of parenting classes, and at least halfway completion of BIP course, the BIPP course. Probation, is there anything else he needs?
Okay.
Hi, is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No, Your Honor.
I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it, and did you sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because this is a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is because this is an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. Do not put your hands on anybody in anger. Do you understand? If I could order you not to be in any relationship, I would. If there could be a letter on your chest to let women know that you have 2 assault family violence convictions in your life, I would have it embroidered in your chest. A for assaulter. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You had better start doing better and making better choices, and don't get in another relationship until you get an orchid with the flowers on it. Once those flowers fall off, wait until it blooms again. That will teach you patience. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Good luck to you.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank
We keep it working like Oouchie the boss. We tryna catch out like we hit us a fault. We gotta win, ain't taking no loss.